it's Miss Jennifer, South Pennsylvania teacher. I wanted to talk to you a little bit about elaboration, or making your sentences longer, stretching them out. And I was getting ready to eat these hamburgers, and it gave me a thought. Look at this. Look at this hamburger. It's just plain. There's nothing on it. Now, I'm not saying that there's anything wrong with a plain hamburger, maybe every once in a while, but look at this hamburger. Now that is really jazzed up. Jazzed up means that it has extra stuff on it, like pickles and ketchup and mustard and onion and tomato and cheese and lettuce and mayonnaise. That is going to be a great hamburger. I think I will like it better than just a plain one. And that made me think about sentences. So here in just a minute, we're going to learn how to jazz up your sentences. Not having plain ones, but having good, stretched out sentences like this delicious hamburger. Hi, this is Miss Jennifer from South EL, and we are going to talk a little bit about stretching sentences, just like that hamburger that I had a few minutes ago, the plain one versus the jazzed up one. Well, I want y'all to be able to jazz up your sentences by putting in extra details. So let's just take a look at this picture. There's a lady. She's very happy. We're going to start with a bare hamburger sentence, okay? The plain sentence. We can just say the lady is smiling. That's a good sentence. It has a subject, it has its verb, it has punctuation, and it has capital letters, and it makes sense, okay? But it's kind of plain. So I'm going to teach you to answer these 4 questions in order to make your sentences more elaborate, to stretch them out a little bit and make them more like a hamburger that has lots of goodies on it, okay? And the 4 questions are very simple questions, okay? How, when, where, why. This is a way that we can stretch our sentences to go from a plain one to much longer sentences. So let's start out by saying how the lady is smiling. Take a look at her. Okay, there are a lot of ways that you could say that she's smiling. I think she looks pretty proud of her pie, so I'm going to put a how in there. I'm going to tell how she is smiling. The lady is smiling proudly. Okay, the lady's smiling proudly. That right there tells me how she is smiling. If I wanted to, I could stop there. That at least gives me one more detail. It's sort of like putting ketchup on your hamburger, at least, okay? But we don't have to stop there. We can keep going. The lady is smiling proudly, but we can even add more. We can say, where is she smiling proudly? Take a look at the picture again. Where do you think she might be? I think she's in her kitchen. So I'm going to add that right here. The lady is smiling proudly. Oops. Where? Oops. In her kitchen. I have just added another detail to my sentence. I had how, and now I can make it even longer by adding where. Now my sentence says, the lady is smiling proudly in her kitchen, okay? But we don't have to stop there. We've said how she's smiling and where she's smiling. We can keep it going, okay? We can also say, well, when is she smiling if we want to, okay? Take a look at the picture. We don't really necessarily know, but I do see that it's daytime because there's sun shining in. So I'm going to say that when she's smiling on a sunny day, because that tells when, okay? So the lady is smiling proudly. Where? In her kitchen. And now I can even continue my sentence, put extra stuff in it by saying when. And I just said that I'm going to say on a sunny day. On a sunny day. This part right here tells me when the lady is smiling. Now my sentence says, the lady is smiling proudly in her kitchen on a sunny day. All right, we're really building up. It's not like a plain hamburger anymore, okay? But we're not finished yet. We could even say why the lady is smiling, okay? And there could be different reasons. If this were your sentence, you could put anything that you wanted to if you thought it was a reason why. But looking at this picture, I think she's smiling proudly because she's won a blue ribbon for her pie. So I'm going to add that to my sentence. The lady is smiling how? Proudly. Where? In her kitchen. When? On a sunny day. And now I'm going to tell why. I'm going to use the word because that tells why. Because she won a blue ribbon for her pie. Wow. Now look at that sentence right there. Our final section, this whole part right here, is answering the question why she is smiling proudly. So we took our sentence all the way from a kind of plain hamburger sentence with no details, and we kept adding how, where, when, why. And now look at our sentence. Read it out loud with me there from home. The lady is smiling proudly in her kitchen on a sunny day because she won a blue ribbon for her pie. That is a pretty wow sentence, okay? It's like that hamburger I had with all those goodies on it, okay? We really jazzed up our sentence. We stretched it out just by adding 4 simple questions. And like I said before, guys, you don't have to put all 4 in. You can just put 1 in or 2, okay? So real quickly, let's do a few more, okay? And that'll get you started on writing your sentences a little longer. And by the way, this is going to help you in the writing part of your learning packet as well as the speaking part, because you need to also speak in longer sentences too. Okay, so take a look at this picture. Some of you may have done these kind of experiments before. I've started out a sentence for us. The family looks surprised. I want you to think of a good reason why they might be surprised. Okay? All right, you be thinking of your own, but I'm going to put the family looks surprised. Why? I would say because the volcano erupted. Okay? The family looks surprised because the volcano, I'm going to say experiment, erupted. And that's just one extra detail of answering the question, why were they surprised? And that gives it a little more interest and extra detail. All right, look at the next picture. This is a cute little girl, okay? And I started off our sentence with just a plain hamburger one. The little girl eats a waffle. And I want you to think of a reason of how she eats the waffle. Okay, got it? Think of an idea. All right, when I see this, I notice that she has her mouth open. So I'm going to say the little girl eats a waffle with her mouth open. That's how she's doing it. The little girl eats a waffle with her mouth open. Or if you thought she was, maybe being playful, you could have said the little girl eats a waffle playfully. That would tell how, okay? There's sometimes not really right or wrong. This comes from your imagination, okay? All right, let's look at another one. Here's a cute dog, okay? going to say, for my starter, the dog is sleeping. Well, that's basic. That's like a plain hamburger. I would like for you to look at the picture and come up with an answer for where. The dog is sleeping where? Let's add a detail by answering that question. Okay? I'm going to say, I see he's on the floor. So I guess I could say that. I do see it's a wooden floor, so I could add that detail. I could say the dog is sleeping on the wooden floor. Period. You might have said the dog is sleeping in the sunlight. He's also in the sunlight. That could be a where. Or you could put it in both of those in, okay? Or maybe he's in the living room, okay? Any place that answers the question where, all right? Let's see. Now let's take a look at these ladies. Okay, I think they're friends. They look all happy. And I started the sentence, the friends eat cookies. I want you to tell me when. Let's add a when to this sentence. When do they eat cookies? Well, I see in the picture that they're kind of red and white, and it looks like there might be snow in the background. So I think they might be at a Christmas party. So I'm going to say the friends eat cookies when? At Christmas time. Okay. At Christmas time. I won't forget my period, okay? So now my sentence says the friends eat cookies at Christmas time. I answered the question when to make my sentence more interesting. All right, so the last one I want you to look at. I started it out, and I'd like for you to think of any two question words to answer. You can do a how or a when or a where or a why. You could even do more, okay? But start out with this sentence. The athletic woman paddles. That's a complete sentence already, but it doesn't give us any details. And it would be nice to say where she is or when this is or why we think she's doing it, okay? So you be thinking, and I'm going to write my sentence up here, okay? All right. So the athletic woman paddles on a lake. Oh, can you see it? On a lake. Okay, that's where. It does look pretty, so I'm going to say on a beautiful day. And maybe she's doing it because she wants to get some exercise, okay? So I'm going to add that. The athletic woman paddles on a lake on a beautiful day so she can get some exercise. There. What did you come up with? I bet your sentence is just as good. Don't forget, though, that these 4 little simple questions can really help you to stretch your sentences and make them interesting. Go from a plain hamburger to a jazzed up hamburger. A plain sentence to a jazzed up sentence that gives lots of details that people will want to read. All right, I'll see you later. Bye. Adios. Masalama.